Welcome to the True Mark. We're here to talk about the old world to the new world. I'll show you a picture of this. This has actually became a tattoo on the back of my calf. But Aiden will post it on our what do you call it? On the video. And it's like in December 12th or 2012 of the 21st, that when the world was supposed to end back in the day, like I didn't even have a clue. Me and my kids were,
Freaking out about it too. I remember we were at home.
yeah. And I told you if things are shooting in the sky, I'll come go to the back of the class and I'll meet you guys there. And anyways, back to this 2012, like when it started happening, I met with a friend or two friends. We went for coffee, or actually, I drink tea. I don't drink coffee. We went to Tim Hortons in the North End, and we talked about this. And none of us knew, like we knew about it, like we heard it on the radio and stuff. And and so be it. And like I said, when we went, I told the kids at the school to go to the back if it starts happening. But anyways, it must have been like a shock to me or whatever, and bang, it ended for me right from that 21st of December 2012, and so I kept on living my life like normal, like I didn't think anything happened. But I mean, something happened to me that day, like it just was like an explosion within my mind, or I started thinking funny. Like I even asked my friends to this day, like even today, I was having a tea with a buddy, and I asked him about it. Like through the years, I used to bring things up, like, well, I could see different things, and it's true. Like
I
I
finally
mean,
see those things now, though.
you can
Ever
see them
since,
now.
yeah, ever since the 21st.
Yeah, the 21st of July is the old world ended for me. Like I said in 2012, the new world became in July 21st of 2024, the start of the new world. And what I was going to say, like when Adam and Eve did the sin, I believe God split the world in half, and half was the evil and the other half was godly. And and through my journey of that 11 years, 7 months, and 3 days of the 21st, I got to split the darkness out of the old world is pushed out, all darkness. And I don't know if you could feel any different now, but I know we do. And it's like darkness has gone to gray. It's still like we're living in the world of heaven, and it's not like hell and heaven. It's all
Just
heaven.
heaven.
It's all heaven. But if you look at yourself, your glass could be only quarter full or very at the bottom with the spirit. But I mean, I'm not saying everybody, but I mean it's depending on where your spirit is. Like I said before in past, like listening to music, radios, or reading the Bible, it feeds the spirit. But are you getting the full meal deal?
Mm.
And it comes back to the keys to heaven. Even in just in that July, in the beginning of July, that's when I really noticed. I think it was 3 months into it, or July, in the beginning of July, and even in July
That's when you
is
started.
seventh day, seventh month, and then the fourth year is the three sevens. And if you look at the keys to heaven, like the keys that were created, it's 7, 14, and 21. And that's it's the same in July. If you go look in your calendar on July, on Sunday the 7th, and the month of July is the seventh month, and that fourth year is the three sevens. Is it a coincidence? Or am I going
We
crazy?
were looking through the calendar too, and none of the other months had those days like on them.
Yeah, like I mean, it all makes sense. And then, like I say, when how I read it before, like when it was in 2012, I'd go up to, I still ran my business. I had guys, working for me and stuff. So I'd sneak off in the morning and sit at way out in Tim Hortons, way in Rochdale, and I'll sit there and read 1 to 21, 1 to 21, 1 to 21. And that's not from the morning to night and to go home. I did it every day, and I didn't know why. And I was stuck and I was kept on doing it, kept on doing it. And then one day, like years into it, I maybe 10 years when I lost my mind.
Yeah.
Or kind of like I had like a breakdown, and again I was
We're connected like to the earthly things as well. Like,
well,
using your spirit too much, and that's what made you.
and I was still living in the dark. I was still had some dark energy within me, like when I cast it out, like now in 21st of July of 2024 of the new world. Darkness is not with me. Like it's maybe gray spots. I could see a lot of stuff, but I don't see darkness within people now. Even with the people like on the streets and stuff, they all got kind words. Like they're not threatening you, looking at you with evilness or with the threats. It's gone. And it might be really hard for you to believe and understand,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
hard to
mean,
grasp.
it really is. And I believe my journey ended the 21st of July, 2024. And the start of the new world is now, I'm in it. I've always been in it since 2012. But I mean,
Now it's really starting.
the new world is here to stay. And that's from the 21st of July of 2024. So you could take a look at the picture when it's on there and review it yourself, see what you take out of it. And if you could give me some comments on it, like, I mean, if you, even negative ones, like anything will do. Like, I mean, it's, what's the odds to all this that I landed on what I do, like doing this beautiful book. And it failed me. Like, I mean, even doing this book, it kind of failed at the beginning. Then I ended up giving 7 pellets it was sent to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and a bunch of these little pocketbooks, and they all went all over the place. I don't even know where they went. I just wanted them away from me, and I still have a bunch here. Like, I mean, maybe 4 pallets of stuff, and
But at least they're out there.
they're out there. But I mean, the keys weren't put in there.
Or,
The keys got created later after.
well, they might still have to look for
Actually, like even when I had my breakdown or whatever, and then it become now, I only need to read it or listen to the videos once a day, and it takes maybe 45 minutes to 40 minutes per day, and it landed me. And if you look at the keys, it says that 100% in the center. I become that 100%er in the eyes of God because I do it without breaking the chain, and I will never do it. I'll continue to do this to the day, forever. It's my thing now. It's my addiction. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I drink tea and water, and pop and whatnot. But I mean, sinful. I swear once in a while, but honestly, I don't even spit on the ground. Like, I mean, on a sidewalk, I used to spit all the time. The energy within me, it says, hey, what am I doing? I can't spit on the ground. This is God's ground. So I behave myself way more now than I ever did. So I believe it all came from, the keys, and now with this old world, new world. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm stuck in a new world. And even when I start like these nonprofit, like giving out, I was going to give out ice cream or whatever we're going to do. And it's the new world of ice cream. Like, I mean, or cold treats or whatever. Any kind of a new business could be of the new world. So the new Lang,
pull them into like the new
well, like, I mean, it's like, it's a new era. It's a new playground, and it's all positive, not negative. The negative is pushed out now.
Didn't you say you would make it into like the new trend or whatever?
Well, it is a new trend. Like if you live by the keys, you're in the new trend, and you become in a new world. And like I said, this on the first day, second day, and the third day, you resurrect. And even in the book of John, if you read it, when they said to Jesus, well, show us a miracle. And he says, well, I'll tell you what, we'll tear down the temple and resurrect it in the third day. And John the Baptist said, well, he meant himself. Well, did he really mean himself, or did he mean all of us? We all have that opportunity. If you read John 1 to 21 the way it is, you'll resurrect on the third day. And if you do it the other 3 days, you become in the new world. And once you become in that new world, to stay there, you do it daily. And you become that 100%er. And once you become that 100%er, what more do you need? Like, you are a 100%er. And your life will change, because the Spirit's going to lead you into better places. And your bad habits will stop, because your Spirit's not going to let you do it. It won't let you do it. And you were saying earlier today that
you can feel the negative from doing it, so you don't have to do it ever again.
Yeah, but you said earlier today that something else healed you from.
I feel like I have no more OCD. Yeah, I feel like.
Well, you'll know. Like, I mean, if you're
Well, like,
not so.
Yeah, I haven't been focusing on like trying to do it in that routine. I just go with the flow, and I wake up without no worries, and then.
Because you're living within the spirit of the new world, right?
Yeah.
And sorry, the battery went on the camera here, but I was talking about in July, like in the 21st of July, 2024, where the new world was starting, like for us or for me, but anyways, in July of 2024, on the seventh day, seventh month, and the leap year, something to do with the 3 sevens. My understanding, I heard it through the grapevines. But anyways, when I was younger, like maybe 10 years old, 12 years old, I heard people even talk back then. The world was supposed to end. Many times you hear about the world ending, and never even made any sense. Like, I never even thought of anything. But this time, it really kicked in for some reason.
Because it's a spiritual ending.
Yeah, like, I mean, and what's the odds for them days on July the 7th, 14th, 21st? And the keys to heaven, you go from 1 to 7. So you got the 7, 14, and 21 in the triangle. Like, the 21st is on the top, then on the bottom right 7, and then the other left is 14, then 21. You know, what's the odds to all this? Then the keys to heaven, 777, Sunday to Friday. You know, like, I mean, if you really think about it, really sit there and look at it. Is it a coincidence?
It all clicks together. Yeah.
It's all falling together, and more so for me now and than ever. Like, I always kind of followed things, watch for clues, look for signs. I always did. Most of all my life, I always kind of, even when I remember when I started my first business, carpet cleaning, and I used to pray to God, please have enough money to make my rent. And I always had my rent, always, and had food, always groceries. And then I had other businesses. They were all successful. And again, I prayed to God, and sure enough, it happens. Like, I mean, it all happens in the eyes of God. But did I walk a perfect line? No. But I mean, now, definitely I'm going to try my best, because this really means something to me. And the keys to heaven mean everything to me, because I am that 100%er now, the way I operate with it. And God is God. And God, we're a creation of God. And the keys are a part of the creation, and that's of God as well. And if you live by them, and if you understand them, you have to really look at them, pay attention to it, and see exactly how it is, and it really is what it is. And would you
It's
like to
really
see?
powerful. Not exciting.
Yeah, like I mean, the power is energy,
Yeah,
and
the energy that comes
God is energy. But living by the keys daily, day to day, it grounds you. It's not like I don't have to do it like I did before, like
Mhm.
1 to 21, 1 to 21, 1 to 21, ongoing, nonstop. And I didn't understand why I did it. It was like I was obsessed, like I said before. And but now I go back and I listen to the videos. I go to our channel, or I actually just listen to. Yeah, I actually go to the channel and I pull it up the day of the day, and I listen
That's
to
what
it.
I do. It's easier that way.
I listen to it,
And you feel the energy, like you said.
yeah, and if you go read, even take this yourself. You could go to our channel, listen to one, and read it yourself on a tape recorder or on your phone, and put it side by side, and you'll see energy from one to the other. Like I mean, it is strong energy. I'm not saying I'm perfect or whatever,
Mhm.
but I know I was designed to do what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and I was gifted. This is a gift, and why I'm so wanting to get this out there, because everybody deserves that energy, and furthermore, it's beautiful. And I don't know, like I mean, it's I'm getting more used to the camera thing
Yeah, that's
shining
where
at
we're at.
us, and
It's still a little like anxious.
well, yeah, like I mean, it's all new, and we're living in a new world now, and the old world you have to put behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Live for
Mhm.
today, live for the new day, and live for the positive day, and that's of the new world. And if you do what we do, you will enter the new world on the sixth day, stay in there, you become that 100%er. As soon as you do that, you become that 100%er. If you live by it, and then the gifts come after that. And once you get your gifts, you won't want to put it down, because the spirit leads you not into danger, leads you into good avenues, good work relationships, to become that uh, good boyfriend, good girlfriend, good dad, good son, good everything.
Yeah, it
Like I
gives
mean,
you that
the
encouragement to want to do better.
the best of the best. You strive to become that best, and
Or like that thing that would hold you back from doing everything, that chain's gone. Like you don't have that thing pulling you like don't go, don't go.
or
Like just
yeah,
stay here.
or else you're stuck in that loop.
Mhm.
You're stuck in a loop, and are you stuck in a loop out there? Like any of you guys, like I was talking to my mother one day, and she says, "Well, I just stay home. I just stay home, but I go get my groceries, stay home, and I got a friend that comes over, and that's it." Well, she's in that loop, and could I get to her means to what we're doing? Never. She doesn't want to. She doesn't understand it, or is it because I'm from Regina and I'm her son, and she can't believe? Like
It's
I mean,
overwhelming too at first. Like you're scared of it. So like she needs to see that it actually did
well,
something for
I
her.
know she came back from Mexico and she was half dead, and I got her to read John 1 to 21, and she did it. And my sister, she has cancer, and she was supposed to have been dying years ago. Like, I mean, she's living in one of my acreages, and she doesn't even talk to me now. I asked her if she could go and and go to our channel and do this. And she goes, "Well, I got bad service out here. And if anything, I'd have to go to Fort Capel." If she only knew what she could get out of this, she'd be walking to Fort Capel. She would literally walk
Take a
there
canal or
because,
something.
or anything, because I mean, it will feed her spirit, it would give her life, and it will cure her from any disease that she has. But I mean, I believe in it 100% because I do, and to tell me not to, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't lie, and it's in my heart to say this. And if you think I'm whatever, I guess you got to have your own opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. I believe in this 100%. And do I have to read a full fledged Bible? Not at all. I read John 1 to 21, and I'm a 100%er. I believe in God 100%, and God gives me the spirit, a good full of energy, and leads me into good paths. So
That's you when you get upset. When you get upset and stuff, you don't hold on to that. You let
no,
go.
it goes away right away, instantly. Like you could be mad. I remember being mad at my brother because like it goes back a long ways, but I was mad. I hated him for 20 years. 20 years. Now I can't hate
Yeah.
anybody. It goes away. The anger, the hate leaves you within seconds. So, and back like what I was saying about that loop and about my mom. And there's a lot of mothers out there, a lot of, grandfathers. You're stuck in that loop because you're
Mhm.
so used to working all your life, and now you're at home and you're lonely. You feel you got so longing. You think you're missing your work, your business, your money, or your job. But what you're really missing is that spirit fed. Once it's uplifted within you, you're never going to be alone again. Because I mean, that spirit gives you. It just takes away that loneliness, and it gives you a better view on life itself, where you're going to look totally different at the world, because it's a new world. Once you do this 6 days, and then you live by it day to day, I think we
Mhm.
said enough. And again, sorry for that incident with the camera and battery dying. And like again, what my friend told me, like we should write things down. I really don't want to write things down because I want you guys to know it's coming from the spirit and not bringing within the mind. It's all within the spirit. And if I stumble on certain things, because my mind gets involved with the spirit, and eventually it will go all full spirit. But I mean, you want to kick back and forth.
So
So,
you can connect to them properly. Like
well, to people, like I
you
mean,
can't reach
people
them
out
when you're just
there are
asleep.
living by the mind and not by the spirit. You got to understand certain things, right?
Mhm.
Till next time.